Alright, Tim, what's up, man? Jason King on YouTube, or should I say PixelTube, making a non-video. Well, I guess it's a video because I can like put my finger in here. Look at that nail. That's obscene. That's an obscene nail. Point down to your video that I'm replying to. I mean, look at that nail. God, that's obscene. It's like a roach, even. Or I can use it to... Never mind. I don't just grow my nails long to grow them long because it's like a satanic thing or anything like that, but... You know, can I move the coffee bag around and make it pixelate like all hell? Whatever. What are we even talking about here? Talking about your video. And I think really, I'm going to bottom line this, because, you know, like you, I made a few videos that just didn't really hit the point, or kept rambling, etc. We're a lot more alike than I'd say you think, but you said that already, and I understand it. I understand that it's like the ends of the horseshoe, in a sense. How far apart are they really? I mean, it depends on whether you're an ant traveling along, you know, the horseshoe itself, or whether you're a being, a spiritual being in three-dimensional space, and you can understand that the ends of the horseshoe are really not all that far apart. In fact, they are the closest 2 points on the horseshoe. Well, sort of. I mean, well, not really, but you get my point. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it. Did I screw this video up? Let me show my nail again. That'd be cool if I show... No, never mind. I'm just kidding. I said damn it all those times because I'm just thinking to myself, I've never heard you, Tim, actually curse. And maybe that's a testament to you. Did you ever, I mean, maybe you made a video where you curse and you just never uploaded it, or, I don't know. Free yourself. No, I'm just kidding. To me, really, let me bottom line this, because, damn, we're already almost getting down to like 2.5 minutes here, and I haven't said anything about where I think this bottoms out. Is in the understanding of the spiritual. And that was actually one of the, perhaps I'd say, the key topic of your video that I'm replying to. And let me get back, I'll get back to that in a second. But let me first hit the, you know, last video that you made, the rambling video about Jason King, in which you patted me on the back, but at the same time you said, I don't see it as a possibility that you could say or do anything that you didn't believe in, that you didn't have your whole heart in. And actually, you're just wrong. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and apologize for that. But yeah, I do jobs. I do jobs at work all the damn time. Being in management requires you to sometimes do things or act according to principles or directives or procedures that you don't personally share, but at the same time, if you don't do that, well, then there's consequences. So what I did was I basically made a determination that the best way to get my ideas out there was to coalesce with something that I figured I could change. I was wrong in thinking that I could change it, but I tried nonetheless, and so I weeded my way in like a fucking snake into the Garden of Eden. I weeded my way in and went along with the dogmas that had to be gone along with to get my foot in the door. So yeah, it was a job. I mean, it was a job, but also, I mean, it stands in that those are the 4 pillars of traditional Satanism. I mean, it was an informed essay, but at the same time, not one that I agreed with personally. But anyway, fuck that. That's the last video. And thanks for the complimentary, you know, things that you said. But anyway, so what is... God, if we're going to make a 10-minute video in which I bottom line something, that would be a first, wouldn't it? What is the bottom line distinction between us? And I think it concerns, I think I was saying this before, but I cut myself off with my fingernail, is that we have a different view of the relationship between the spiritual and the material. And I think that's really it, in a nutshell. Because I don't draw as hard a dichotomy between the two as you do. And I have to be careful because, as you said, it's possible to peg you into a box that you are not necessarily in, and I did make that mistake before, and I just, assumed you were a, traditional or, basic Christian, and you're not. You're a postmodern Christian. I would give you that distinction. Not that it means anything, but I mean, to you, I don't know. It means something to me. I think you've passed beyond a lot of boundaries that most Christians are trapped in, and you understand the spirit of the gospel in a way that a lot of people really don't. So you have my props for that. But at the same time, this dichotomy between the spiritual and the material and the Christian understanding, and this is almost in every Christian understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong that it doesn't apply to you, is that there is, in essence, almost a Zoroastrian dichotomy between the two. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, but, it goes back to the words of Jesus, you can't serve God and mammon. There is this, and it's drawn out even further in Augustine's City of God versus the City of, I forget what was it, the City of God versus what? I forget. What was the other city for Augustine? I don't care. Augustine actually made a list, and I'm rambling like a mofo here, but I made a list of the top 10 heroes and villains in history, and Augustine, he cracked the top 5 of villains, but anyway. So, you have this understanding in Christianity, traditionally, that the spirit and the material are so opposed that we can make sense of these ideas that Satan is the Lord of this world, whereas God, the Father, is Lord of reality. I mean, if that's not, I'm not going to say it's a contradiction, because I understand the whole premise behind it, but at the same time, it's like an omnipotent being is willing his own potency, in a sense. Because I don't see things that way, and I think that's one of the biggest distinctions between us, in that our views of the way in which the spiritual and the material are co-involved or codependent is completely opposite. And I think this may be one of the best ways we can get at what really divides us, in the sense that I don't see the material as being opposed to the spiritual at all. I see it as kind of like a lower reflection or an expression or a manifestation, and it's not a manifestation, expression, or anything like that that contradicts what it is in its higher essence. So if the material order is such that it is predatory, such that it is aggressive and dog eat dog, all the things that I've said and that you've said that I've said, which I've said them. If it's all those things, I think it's those things on the spiritual level as well. I don't think it's possible to draw this dichotomy to the spiritual and then say, well, the spiritual is completely other. It's completely altruistic and loving and kind, etc., which is ultimately the Christian ethical message, which I think we're going to disagree. So, to get back to nutshelling this, because I'm going to make this a 10-minute video, damn it, is you ask me for, or us, or anybody, for a question, or a series of questions. Maybe that would make it easier, and maybe it will. Because my question to you is, how do you define? And I know you can't really define it. I know it's trans-rational. It's, intuitive. It's right side of the brain versus left side of the brain. I understand all that. But how do you understand the spiritual versus the material? What is the spiritual? Because you live in the material. The material order is all you really exhibit insofar as you're able. Well, I'm not even going to say that, because I know we're going to disagree on that also if I put it that way. But just, I'm going to ask a question openly then. The hell with it. I'm not going to categorize you. When you talk about spiritual versus material, what do you mean? How are they opposed if they're opposed? And I know sin, S-I-N, the big 3-letter word's got to figure in somewhere. But where do you get that idea from? Because you've jettisoned a lot of these dogmas that come from these books and these doctrines that are hoary beyond, reasoning. You've rejected that, so why do you hold to those certain ideals? Anyway, I'm getting down to the 10-minute mark. HC Prophetic Tim, get back to me.